Good evening, everyone. Welcome in. Today is Wednesday, October 8th, 2025, and we are back with a another evening stream of no, not for Bebas. We're back with another weekday evening Jesus Christ stream with more Dying Light the Beast. We're going to do some side quests tonight. I meant to stream last night, but I literally was falling asleep in my chair at 7:30 at night, which is, to put it into perspective, about an hour and a half into my streams. So yeah, I was tired last night, and then I went to bed at like 8:30 and I slept all night till 6 a.m. to the alarm. So I was obviously very tired yesterday and the day before, actually. So yeah, so we're just going to do some side quests today in Dying Light the Beast. I've got probably about 4 or 5 to do, but I want to save the gist of it, or most of it, for tomorrow. We're going to be doing a morning stream in the morning tomorrow, and it will be the last stream that you see from me until next Tuesday, because we're going to be going away over the weekend to visit my Barozif in Philadelphia. So today was officially my last day of work for a week. I don't have to be back until the 16th. So yeah, we're going to be streaming tonight and tomorrow, and then Tuesday, Thursday, like usual. Let's go ahead and do a roll call. Necro, first of all, thanks for resubbing for 88 months and bringing the hype for your own resub. I appreciate that. Lone Star, thanks for redeeming the official first redemption. Welcome in. Hypnotic redeeming second. Welcome. Howdy, howdy. I see Manicotti. Welcome in. I saw your message and was like, where did this come from? Easy being wheezy. Yeah, those the enemies, the horse enemies in this game that will scream if they see you and cause everybody to wake up and run after you. I call them wheezies. It ain't easy being wheezy. You could picture that being my debut song for my first album. I do say it quite a few times in this game, for sure. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, Jesus Christ stream. Yeah, in my stream of all places, Rapture is here. Yeah, indeed. Schiller, thanks for redeeming the first VIP. How am I doing? Time for some Dying Light. The beast. Indeed. Yep, I'm doing well. I had a, you know what's weird is that I've been kind of lazy at work for the past week. It's like, you know, the vacation-itis, knowing you're getting ready to go on vacation. But I was more productive today knowing that I wouldn't have to be there for a week than I was for like the entire week prior. It's just like a weird phenomenon of like knowing that I don't have to, whatever I do today, it's not gonna bleed into tomorrow. It just like relieves an invisible stress barrier that you don't even know it's there. But yeah, how are you doing, Schiller? How did your day go? I saw Schiller in a couple streams today because I work from home on Wednesdays. I saw Betty playing some Resident Evil Village. I saw Inmita playing some Origins. I watched Rod play Alien Isolation. I was a little bit of everywhere today. Gallant, thank you for the 50-month resub. 50 months in a row. Flex indeed. Howdy, howdy. Good evening. You so silly. You are so silly, Icy. How you doing, by the way? I hope you've been enjoying the playthrough. I've been putting all of my streams over on YouTube, and the highlights and the VODs are still there on Twitch for however long until they fall off. And then the highlights for this playthrough will stay there until I run out of highlight space. Right now, I just started deleting videos from the Altars playthrough, so the entire Dying Light playthrough is available to watch on VODs or highlights on Twitch and over on YouTube. I upload them the same night, and they're usually available the next morning to watch, as an FYI. But yeah, you are so silly. You missed the first redemption. That's true, yeah. I don't have a third redemption so far. Schiller, you're doing good. You're trying to get some achievements in Madison. That's right. That's what you were playing the other day when we raided over to you. How many achievements do you have left to go? I'm kind of trying a new thing with my camera. I noticed when I was watching my videos, my past videos back, that like it seemed like it was focusing more on the background. I think because of that game over light that's back there. I feel like it's kind of taken all the... I feel like there was just a weird light thing going on, and I feel like my camera was like out of focus. Just ever so slightly. Like the only people that would notice it are, you know, people like me who notice the tiniest of details. So I put it on autofocus at the risk of it doing what it was doing the other day, where it like tries to focus in like every 5 seconds. It'll try to like autofocus again into something, like it's trying to figure out where things are. So if the camera does anything weird, let me know. But on my previous camera, I just allowed it to focus once, and then I turned off the autofocus, and it was good for the whole stream. But this one, I'm gonna actually give this camera a chance to work the autofocus, so we'll see. You're doing good, Icy. You've been watching your playthrough because you just beat it, yeah? Your second Chimera boss fight, borrowed out the rage, yeah. There hasn't been any rage since then. Now, the last Chimera fight that we did in the last story stream, which was, what, Sunday? That one was... It was thrilling, but it wasn't enraging, right? I knew that fight, like, I can usually tell by how fast the health bar goes down for one. But yeah, I didn't have any rage moments. My number one, I would say my biggest mistake that I made early on in the game is sleeping on the dark zones or ignoring them completely, because I used to ignore them completely in Dying Light 2 because they were practically useless. But they made them not useless. In fact, they made them borderline critical in this game. So that was something that kind of took me by surprise. So I'm glad that I decided to put it to the side and then try to do some, you know, looting of the dark zones afterwards. Because as soon as I started getting blueprint upgrades, the game changed. And yeah, that entire rage moment was pretty frustrating, for sure. Absolutely, but since then we've just been thrilled. We haven't been enraged, I would say. We're doing a lot better now. Shalor, you just got the annoying achievement, which is to finish the game with 40 or less taken pictures. Okay, you have 4 now to go. One is unobtainable. You have 4 achievements to go now. One is unobtainable because you need the DLC to release. That they have the achievement for the DLC and it's not out yet? That seems like that should be a crime. When does it come out? So one more playthrough plus the DLC. I gotcha. Yeah, I believe. Now I haven't seen that game from beginning to end. But isn't that a game where you have to take pictures in order to see certain things that are hidden in order to solve puzzles? So it would make sense that the more unfamiliar with a puzzle you are, the more pictures you'll try to take of random shit to try to figure it out, right? So basically, finishing the game in 40 pictures or less pretty much means you know exactly what to take pictures of. You know the game that well, you're that familiar with it that you know exactly what to take pictures of. Gotcha. Yeah, I have no idea what the story is. All I see is just puzzle. So, I think have it on my list to play. I don't remember if I bought it, if it was on sale. I might be confusing it with something else. But I might have it and just need to play it. It was meant to come out, in early 2025, and it's been delayed. Oh, wow. So, the DLC's been delayed, but not the achievement, huh? That seems rude. Gotcha. I see. It's like that achievement's like the whole game is to solve the game puzzle in 40 moves or less. That's what that achievement is. That's what it sounds like. That one day I happened to be watching your stream because I raided, and then of course I went to go eat and take care of the cats and take care of me and stuff. And I had your stream on in the background, and I was elsewhere in the house, and I just kept hearing that what do you call those things that play audio that you crank? I forget what they're called. But I just kept hearing that same thing on repeat while you were doing the puzzle. Gramophone, yeah, that's it. I just kept hearing that same thing in the other room. I'm like, what is going on in there? Sounds like a tape of something dying. That's the last puzzle. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I see. I didn't realize, yeah, because watching it, unless you know what's going on, it just looks like another puzzle, like just anywhere in the game, you know. Nice. Well, hopefully, they'll come out with your DLC before the end of the year. You have to play them to get something out of them. It's random. Which 2 gramophones are correct? Oh, God, that would be frustrating. It's like having okay, so there's puzzles in certain Resident Evil games. Resident Evil 3 has one that's kind of like this. Except it's not RNG and I suck at it no matter what. Like, it's the same solution every time, and I can't even use deductive reasoning to play it back in my head to try to, you know how, like, sometimes if you're trying to figure out a puzzle, you can't exactly make the logic work to get to the solution, but once you see the solution, it makes perfect sense to logic it backwards, right? Well, I don't even have the logic it backwards ability. A lot of the times, I'll solve a puzzle and I will be just as dumb after I solve it. And I'll be like, I have no idea how I came to that conclusion. I just kind of moved shit until it worked. So, random puzzles like that are infuriating. I see your favorite weapon was the scythe that you put frost and avalanche mods on. And the flamethrower, I kind of tested out the flamethrower. I found that it's kind of like the same age-old complaint that I've made about these games for a long time, and even the first one, which I love to death, of course. The bad thing about elemental damage for the enemies that you're hurting is that if they get close to you, you get elemental damage too. So I kind of stay away from anything that could negatively impact me if they get too close, especially in a game where it's primarily focused on melee combat, where you're always going to be within a certain distance of the enemy. Or within... like that. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Whereas, like, you know, like a shooter game, you can always create distance. And I feel like in these games, you can't always create the distance that you want. So I kind of stay away. Now, freeze isn't so bad because I don't think you could be frozen in return, right? Like, if you get close to a freezing enemy, I don't think they can freeze you back. But, so I tend to go with things like impact or reinforcement, durability, bleeding. Bleeding is my go-to, usually, for zombie games. Bleeding or impact. I think they call it fling in this game. Or blast damage? It might be blast damage. I keep thinking I'm hearing something. There must be a engine revving outside or something. Schiller, you played it on Xbox, you got lucky, as it was the first 2 gramophones that you played. Today it was the last 2. Oh, jeez. How many, it's random which 2 are correct. How many of them are there total? But you definitely recommend it, yeah. As someone who struggles with puzzles, those games tend to be a little embarrassing for me to play, because it's one thing, like, if you're watching somebody play a game that's got puzzles and you've played it before and you know the solutions to the puzzles, like, it's really, really hard to hold back because you want to help. But I'm like sometimes when people will try, they're not trying to backseat per se, they're just trying to help. And I'm like, look, trying to help me just makes me feel more dumb. So, like, I'm really weird. I really don't like to do puzzle games on stream, but I don't really enjoy them when I'm not streaming, because sometimes when I do figure them out, you know, I feel like they make me look good. So it's like... Oh, there's 6 or 7 of them. Oh my goodness. I see, yeah, you like using the flamethrower when you're above them on a car or ledge. It's true. Anywhere that they couldn't reach you. Yeah, I just found I didn't really test the limitations of the range of the flamethrower either. It might have good range on it for all I know. Freeze doesn't hurt us like the electricity does. Yeah, and electricity arcs between enemies, whereas like bleeding, what are you gonna do? Bleed on me? Oh no, you know. So that's what I tend to go. Your very first playthrough took about 8 hours. Now you need about 2.5 hours. So I gotcha. Well, I mean, you mentioned that the gramophone puzzle at the end is kind of randomized. Are there other puzzles in that game that are randomized, or is it mostly just that one? Because I feel like... Oh, I got a gift from Shillerlock. Hey, Steam actually told me about it. Thank you. I will. I usually have to redeem those through the browser, and it's normally a whole ordeal. I can't get my Steam client. I don't even know where to go in the Steam client to find gifts, but it did just notify me, so thank you. I got your gift. Thank you, Schiller. I will accept it after the stream. Thank you, thank you. Well, I didn't know if I had it, and now I do. I must have been confusing it. I think there's another single word horror game. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of The Medium, which I think is an entirely different type of horror game. I think that was the game that I was confusing it with. But yeah, randomized puzzles are always... Oof. Thank you, Schiller, for the gift. I'm assuming it's the game Madison. I will put it on the game list after I accept it. Yeah. I see. I noticed you like using those spiked knuckles. Haven't tried those yet. Yeah, I see. You know, it's something that I never really thought of because I played. So I'm kind of a Techland fanatic in a way, I guess you could say. I loved Dead Island. I loved Dying Light. I loved Dead Island 2. I loved Riptide. I just love their zombie games. And I feel like I'm kind of a Techland veteran in a way. And I didn't develop a love for like brass knuckle or slasher type weapons until I played Riptide. If you've ever played the Dead Island series, which I think you have, in Dead Island Riptide, I played a character whose primary skill tree kind of revolved around I don't know what kind of weapons you would call those. Like, you know, there's one-handed, there's two-handed, there's bladed, there's blunt, you know, I don't know what you would call, you know, brass knuckles or whatever. Anyway, they had these claws, basically. And I fell in love with them in Riptide, and I've loved them in every zombie game ever since. So it's my go-to, because when I'm trying to kill something, I am just mashing the attack button, and that is one of the few types of weapons where the faster you mash, you really can't screw it up. Whereas, like, with a two-handed weapon, you've really got to kind of calculate the distance between you and the enemy, how fast you're swinging. If you're actually, you have less time to react if the enemy attacks you, and they can interrupt you a lot easier with one-handed and two-handed weapons. I just find that fast beat 'em up style just works for my playstyle. Yeah, ever since Riptide, they've been my go-to in every like zombie game. I wish they were in The Last of Us, you know. But all Joel needs is his fists, anyway. Zara, thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. Schiller, better watch you play this on stream, or there will be only warm Dr. Peppers for the rest of the year. I don't know when I'll get to it. Like I said, I got other stuff to do. I don't even know what I'm going to be playing after Dying Light. I mentioned that I might go back to Dishonored 2 and do a no kills stealth playthrough, but that's going to be like a 50-hour playthrough because it'll be a story playthrough. And I don't know if I'll be willing and ready to commit to that when I get back from vacation. So I don't even have my next game planned. But when I do play that game, I will make sure that you know. I will make sure that you know. Like when you get to it, no rush. Of course, yeah, we'll be here, right? I see outside of the scythe and the flamethrower, you found yourself mostly using two-handed axes. I tended to favor one-handed. I started, because I like to use a little bit of everything, just because you never know when that's what you're gonna get stuck with, and I'd rather, you know, especially like with, you know, in a section in Dying Light 1 where they take away all your weapons and you get what they give you, you know, to try to take down an entire horde of zombies, you know. So I try to at least experiment with each type. But I kind of did one-handed for a really long time. Offline, I kind of fiddled a little bit with two-handed, but I really, really like basically the brass knuckles type. I see you're gonna do a second playthrough on Brutal and use those knuckle weapons in honor of Mama Lucinda. Nice, awesome. Yeah, I'm just playing on normal. I don't know. I want to reserve judgment until I get to the end of the game, but I do feel like the game would be difficult no matter what difficulty you choose, because it's mostly just like, I don't know. And there's no New Game Plus yet, so guessing you won't really know how difficult the game is until a New Game Plus comes out and you try to do it with all your abilities, right? I hope we get DLC for this. You missed Kyle Crane. Well, I think this was supposed to be a DLC, so I don't think they have intentions on bringing out a DLC for this. I do know that when Dying Light 2 released, they had a roadmap for DLC for it, and I think this was intended to be the DLC, or the second DLC for Dying Light 2. And then it evolved into its own game, essentially. So, I don't know, though. I guess it depends on how it does. I know that this game sold at least 1 million pre-orders before it even released, so who knows? Who knows what Techland will do? Techland do what Techland do. Although I wouldn't be surprised, because even with Dying Light 1, they were bringing out updates to the DLC and the following and Dying Light 1 for years after their release, so it would not surprise me if they decided to do that for this. Although they haven't really, I don't know, I guess they've kind of given Dying Light 2 that treatment, but they haven't come out with anything that I've really found interesting for Dying Light 2. There was one thing that I was going to, and then I just never did, and now I've completely forgotten what it was. I will say, I see that historically speaking, none of the Dying Light games had New Game Plus when they released. Dying Light 1 did not have New Game Plus. It didn't even have Nightmare Mode. Dying Light 2... Again, I mean, they came out with a New Game Plus within like I think like 6 months or so, I'd say. I have no reason to believe that they would not come out with a New Game Plus for this. Now, the only thing that I'd be, I just don't think, depending on how the story is told, but you would know better than I would at this point. Depending on how the story is told and how your character evolves into the beast, unless there's some kind of story reason, yeah, I think New Game Plus should be doable. Although my argument, I'm not arguing against it, because I think every game should have a New Game Plus. But I think this game is small enough in scope that it may or may not need a New Game Plus. But we all, like I said, I always love a New Game Plus, because I like going through the story and everything that used to be challenging. I like to go back to it and just wipe everybody off the map like I'm OP. So, I have no doubt that they will eventually do a New Game Plus for this game. Now, if this had been a DLC, I'm not entirely sure if that would have been the case. I think since it's its own entry, I have reason to believe that they would. Okay, guys, are we ready to get started here? It's about 6:45, so I'm gonna go ahead and load into the game here. Yup. I will let Kyle talk.
The field lab was a treasure trove. I found all kinds of info on the research they were doing, but even better, I snagged an actual scientist. Turns out he was the lead scientist overseeing Lydia and her people. He actually helped them escape, and now he wants to help them develop their powers even further.
So we're going to be doing safe zones. We're going to be doing side quests today. There's going to be a stream tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is going to be what's going to be considered our weekend stream, because there won't be a weekend stream. And we're going to be doing more side quests. As you can see here, I have 5 side quests to do. Some of these some of these side quests, they tend to have multiple steps to them, so I wouldn't be surprised if these are just not one and done. I will say, in my offline play, I did complete all of the safe zones and site activities, so I turned on all of the substations and I activated all safe zones. So the only thing left that we have to do is the main story and side quests. I anticipate we will get 1, maybe 2 side quests done today, depending on how many steps there are to complete. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to finish maybe as many as I can. We'll probably only be doing like, I'm assuming tomorrow we'll probably only do about a 5-hour stream or so, because I gotta get stuff ready. I'm going on a trip on the weekend, and I gotta get up early on Friday, so I wanna make sure to get all that stuff taken care of. So yeah, I've got everything done except for the side quest, and I'm assuming that once we continue more in the main quest, more side quests will open up, and we'll deal with those, and we'll figure out what to do with those at that time. I have this itching feeling that the next story progression point, something is going to change, because we've done like, 5 chimeras in a row. We've almost maxed out the beast skill tree. I'm waiting on the game to pull that thing where they take all of your shit away. I'm waiting on the game to pull a stunt like that. I just assume that's... And I'm just gonna do what I can until then. I'm just gonna pick the most close by quest. It looks like I've got to find 2 things for this guy back at our other home base. And that's the closest one, so I'll start there. Coffee stains on the wood. Get a coaster. Do what? Oh, wait, what? There was what? Coffee stains, huh? What happened? You know what doesn't make coffee stains? Beer. That's true. What were we talking about? Coffee? In my off time, I did grind out. We find at the last story stream that we did end up finding expert manual pages. So I went through and upgraded the recipes for the most common things that I use, like Molotovs, hand grenades, throwing knives. This was already legendary. I didn't make it legendary. My med kits, or my bandages, I made legendary. You can't upgrade any of this stuff. I did go in and make my slashers legendary. I just need to... What I'm gonna probably do once I reach a certain point in the story, or continue the main story, I'll probably finally craft these. I'm thinking maybe we'll be level 13 by the time we get there. So I upgraded those in anticipation for having to craft them. I upgraded the weapons I'm most likely to use in a pinch, like the rifle is what I tend to kind of favor, and these are just legendary in their own right. The flamethrower, grenade launcher, and saw blade launcher, which I haven't made yet. I have not used the bow and crossbow like at all. And then I upgraded my most common mods, anything that was not elemental, basically. Empowerment, fling, laceration, slaughter, and slit. So when I'm ready to make my in-game weapons, those will be the recipes that we use to become OP. And until then, I'm trying to use all of my lesser quality items for side quests. That's the thing. On the previous screen, maybe it was a loading screen. Oh, yeah, it was a loading screen. Yeah, I missed it because I was listening and reading text. Those 2 things I tend to not be able to do at the same time. Alright, this is kind of halfway across the map, so let's go. I keep thinking I'm hearing something. It's not in the game, though. I don't know. Just me going fucking crazy. Got 2 places to go. See, oh, the other one is like way over there. Okay, so what's probably gonna happen is we're just gonna pick up this one, and then we'll just do the next nearby side quest. I did find out that you can walk across these power lines. I had no idea. Till I accidentally climbed one and I was like, what? I accidentally climbed something. Don't look back and aim. So this is the one that pseudo-scientist, this is the side quest that the pseudo-scientist gave us. He tried to hypnotize us, and whenever we get close to the quest zones, Crane starts having these internal dialogues, basically telling him that he's, like, not good enough or something. This guy is fighting humans. I'm abandoning him. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. If it involves human enemies, I don't have anything to do with it. Unless it's a quest. If I see human enemies and there's like a random encounter, I'm just like, yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth the time or the effort for a little for somebody to give me 3 throwing knives. Yeah, no thanks. High risk, minimal reward. I just happen to be all the way on the other side of the map, so. But when I was looking for loot, I kept accidentally coming across side quests, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get close. You never know when it's going to throw you into something. Okay, inside objective area. What are we looking for? Find the Tree of Madness in the abandoned park. Hi. Tree of Madness. Ah, I imagine it has something to do with mist. Oh, hold on. What's this? Egg table? Oh, I didn't mean that. I always forget to check my weapons. Hold on. Oh, leave me alone. I'm busy. Why can't I smush his head? Oh. Done? Tree of Madness. I see these little mushrooms and they remind me of Skyrim. I see these little boards and stuff and it reminds me of Days Gone. Gone. Oh, I should have taken him down while I had the chance. I didn't think about it. Man, I remember in Dying Light 1, you used to be able to throw these guys, and if you had the stealth takedown ability, you could throw them and then immediately break their neck. Nice. Correct. Tree of Madness. I'm assuming it has something to do with this mist. Or probably maybe a climbing puzzle? Side objective area. How will I know when I found it? Squish! Just gonna keep killing enemies as I find them, because as soon as I find something I actually want to interact with, the game's gonna be like, here's 10,000 zombies to fuck around with first. Did it actually loot that, or? Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to do that, but... Sorry, I gotta find the right... I'm wondering if it has something to do with the stealth mechanics, trying to find the place to loot. Inside objective area, until I'm not. Know what I'm looking for here.
Damn.
What are you talking about? Oh, this. Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that. It's music. What? Collect bark from the tree of man. I love the way the music changed. I bet you every one of these motherfuckers is gonna wake up as I take the bark. Am I gonna go mad? I bet I'm gonna trip balls. That's what everybody else did when they came here.
What the fuck?
You mad, man? Hey, mad, man. That was... I thought this looked like maybe something I needed to climb. Okay. Well, guess this is what we're doing. You hear that echo noise? Oh shit. Okay. What was that? That was weird. It's like it couldn't figure out if I was falling or aiming or swinging. I mean, what's with the echo? All right, fat boy, calm your tits. I gotta take all my boots. Oh, that reminds me, I'm wearing stuff that increases loot yield instead of instead of reducing damage, but I think it's okay to do that because we're just doing side quests. We're fine. Sneaky. Been trying to use up all these low-level things, but I keep finding more. But it's because I keep being a trash panda. But I won't be being as much of a trash panda once I start doing story stuff, so I'd rather clear out the inventory space when the stakes are low. Really echoes over here. Echo. Stop doing the loot button. Stop it. Know exactly where you... Oh shit, there's a legendary something? What's that? Oh, it's one of the collectibles. I'm sorry, game. What do you need me to do exactly? Need me to break it? Oh, no, I just had to look at the right pixel, right? How was I supposed to see that? I've only found 2 of these, and there's like 12 of them in the game or something. A stone sigil with curse on it. A peculiar weathered stone adorned with crude ancient markings. The symbols seem to intertwine, evoking a sense of binding or entrapment. This relic feels as though it once played a role in casting or invoking powerful curses. I think that might be what they all say. Look at the collectibles. Okay, there's only 8 of them. Sorry, I might have been exaggerating. I must have been thinking about something else. I'm surprised I haven't found more murals, if I'm being honest. But I haven't really been looking for these sigils either. Alright, well, I don't remember where I killed all those enemies, and the point is that I got what I needed. Alright, I found what I needed to do there. The other thing that I need to gather is over here. It says leave the forest. Why? What's gonna happen when I leave the forest? I never noticed until just then that your weapon starts to look more degraded as it loses durability. I never even noticed that until I happened to have my eyes on it when I was repairing it. Normally I repair it in this menu here, and I've never noticed the before and after. Okay, so that other quest requires me to go way the fuck over there, so I'm just gonna do this one. Stay human. I met two brothers, Jamie and Liam, in the cave. I've agreed to help them. Liam is sick and in bad shape. Right. The guy that was like, no, don't help me, I'm only dying, haha. And the guy was like, bro, you're totally not gonna die. And he was like, but bro, I totally am. That was the whole story of this side quest. Source, trust me, bro. I haven't messed around too much with the grappling hook. I probably should, because I'm sure the game is probably going to give me some kind of final test on using the grappling hook that's going to be insanely complicated, and I'm just going to keep fucking it up.
What the hell was up with that tree?
Not entirely sure myself. The virus evolves, adapts. Seems the infected go there to die off, but I have no idea why.
Oh,
the fucking tree screamed.
What can I say? That tree's unusual, same with the bark. It reacts with our virus. You'll see for yourself.
And now I gotta go get a gallbladder.
Correct. Alright, so this is the... I was looking for something for somebody here. What's that animation? Oh, it's just a dark zone. Oh, great. I woke everybody up. Okay, this is fine. I don't want to rage just yet, do I? I guess I will. Wheezy, no! Although I don't care if you bring more enemies this time, because I'm prepared for them. And I'm not prepared when I don't want it to happen. Well, while we're here, we might as well be a trash panda. Thank you. You are too kind. I'm wearing the perfect outfit for this. Don't worry, it's just like every other dark zone in the game. But this one is gonna have our super special ingredients like no other. That's only gonna be in the pharmacy refrigerator ever. That's why it's special. I feel like it's special because they've always had some kind of requirement to get a special medicine from a refrigerator in every Techland game. It's just the Techland formula. But that's okay. My formula too. Oh, I just... You saw nothing. Just created a shortcut to nowhere. Well, back to the beginning of the area, essentially. I meant... all the wiring. I'm gonna need a shit ton of wiring to make everything that I want to use for when I make my in-game items. I'm sorry I keep spamming the loot button. It's what I do in my downtime, and then I keep doing it while I'm on stream when I don't mean to. Right. Power attacks are the way to go. But only when you know you're gonna be accurate. Oh, something else I would recommend, and I don't know if this is something that's just a me thing or not, but I would strongly recommend, oh look, expert manual pages. I would strongly recommend turning off the auto aim. I mean, I always turn it off for guns, because I know better how to shoot than any auto aim will ever know. But, with melee, I don't normally turn off auto aim for melee, but I did for this game because I found that I just kept hitting the meat without getting any critical hits. And as soon as I turned off the auto aim and just trusted my instincts, I started making better melee decisions. Let's be just the lights. Does sound like the lights. It's cool. We found some expert manual pages. Oh, what do you know? It's empty.
Jamie, fridge is empty. Somebody already scooped up the meds. What now?
Sorry, Jamie's not with me right now. But I'll tell him there were no meds. We'll be in touch.
Copy that.
They'll say that, and then as soon as I leave this building, they'll be like, okay, Jamie's back. But do you see what I mean by, like, we'll start doing this quest, and, you know, they'll probably have multiple steps to it, and... shocked. There's multiple steps to this multiple step quest. Anything else? And that's kind of... the pharmacy. That's kind of typical for Techland quest as well. It's never in the first fridge you look in. Either the... I swear...
I got a favor to ask.
Let's have it.
Jamie's birthday's coming up and well...
You want to show him your gratitude?
Yeah, for all he's done.
What did you have in mind?
Two things. The first will be at the old apparel store in the villa area.
What about that medicine?
Forget it. It can wait. My brother's B-Day is more important.
You sure?
More than sure.
All right.
I see, but yeah, I found the dead zones useless in Dying Light 2, and yet they make all the difference in this game. Yeah, they're critical. They are critical in this game for upgrades. I mean, if no other reason, then there's a ton of supplies in them. Crafting has never been more important in any Dying Light game until this one. I swear to God. Like in Dying Light 1, there was so much loot. And then in Dying Light 2, there was also a lot of loot. And everywhere that you went had the essentials that you needed along the way. This one, you kind of got to make sure you go out of your way. Now, the zones where you go and you get the inhibitors, like, once you do it once, there's literally no reason to ever do it again. I mean, unless you need to farm kills. I guess that could be a thing. You know, the irony here is that the last time that I played this game, I went to all of these areas and looted them for, well, grinding purposes, as you might imagine. And now I'm having to go to them again for the side quests. But it's gonna magically have something different this time. Guess I'll be looking for something different. Say.
Liam, I'm nearing the store.
Go in and look for a t-shirt with the band logo of the blood-sucking bunnies.
The blood-sucking bunnies?
That's band. I'll explain later.
Blood-sucking bunnies, oh my. Started getting expert manuals at like level 11 and you just farmed and farmed. Yeah, once you... I started finding them... I started finding them when I started doing the story mission that required you to go into the school. Now, I had been into the school to like get the loot and get the unique blueprint that's in there, and they weren't in there at that time, but when I went there for the story, they ended up having them. And now you might find one, sometimes two expert pages if you go back into the old dark zones, but you'll still mostly find intermediate and beginner, and then they want you to combine them to make expert pages, which I'm just gonna say that makes absolutely no sense. Like, you can't... If I find 3 beginner pages, they don't combine to make an intermediate book. Like, that's not how knowledge works. But, well, I'm like, whatever, game. Yeah, sure. We just tape the pages together and we become smarter, you know. The school and factory offices were your least favorite dark zones. Yeah, and they're so long and for no more than what you get. Yeah. This one right here, which is the school, and then there's one over here that I kept going back to. Okay, that one was the apartment, but there's any one of these that have this type of icon are guaranteed to be a pain in your ass. And the convoys, I don't even bother with them. I went to the ones that that had unique loot items in there, but I didn't go to any of them willingly after that. Mind. Sure, that's totally what I meant. I wanted to lose any of the infected I had in here because I guess it's not gonna matter. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that helped. They have to be sitting there? Okay. What the fuck is the point of a mine, please? Did I just put... And what sucks is that, like, you can't pick the mine back up. If you get close to the mine, it'll blow up. God damn it. Now I gotta throw something at it to shoot it. I guess one pistol bullet ain't gonna kill me. Or did it actually blow up? I can't tell. It's got the red icon on it. I can't tell! Oh wait, no it's not. That's a shadow behind it. I'm just gonna... Whatever, I was just trying to get it out of my inventory anyway, I guess. They were so big, you'd get lost. Yeah, there were multiple levels. Gun parts are the hardest to find, and I hate interacting with the humans, yeah. In the story missions that I did do, that's where I got most of my stuff. I don't understand how I'm hurting these... Oh, I did not do that. Fuck. Okay. I didn't mean to do that, but... Yeah, in the story missions that required me to fight enemies, that's when I would get I would pick up every single gun, and I would scrap every one that was equal to or less than what I already had. And all that is what gave me all the gun parts I need. I did find an occasional... A wheezy. I did find an occasional, merchant that would sell them. Okay. Let's see. So I could use up my basic bitch grenades. Wait, have... These mines are as useful as I thought. I'm just going to toss a grenade. How about that? Alright, Wheezy. There's nobody left to wake up, so... You're the last one. You're the only one who didn't die, dude. A Sporfin. Alright, I'm looking for what? A band t-shirt? Somebody's leg. Hi. Hello. Hello. Sneaky book. Sneaky expert pages. Well, you know I gotta pick everything up. I need everything. I need all of it. All the times. All the loot, all the time. Smartphone. I will take that, but I'm gonna wait until last. Trash Panda got a Trash Panda. Oh, there's a ton of loot in this game. And it's actually, I would say that there's not a lot of loot in this game that is not useful. I can't say the same for Dying Light 2, though. There's a lot of stuff. Just Dying Light 2 is just so massive. It's just hard to really focus on any one given thing. This game is a lot more compact. Will wheeze for brains. If he had a sign, that's what, and he wasn't in a straight jacket, that is what the sign would say. Ooh, intermediate page. It says pages, but we found one. By the way, you talked to Arctic into a challenge for The Last of Us 2. He can only fist, knife, and use his bow or crossbow on hard difficulty. The Last of Us 2, okay. Well, I'm assuming that then as Abby, you mean choking people out, because Abby doesn't have a knife. Uses bow, yeah, Ellie has the bow, Abby has a crossbow. The good thing about the crossbow is that if you do a New Game Plus, your crossbow bolts don't break. The thing is, but the good thing about it though is that you can craft arrows as Ellie. That means he wouldn't really be able to use the loot for anything else. What about explosive arrows? Sorry, I keep spamming the loot button. I can't help it. Alright, there's...
Well, this should be it.
I think that he just wanted to waste our time so that he would die before we got a chance to save him with his medicine. That's what I think. Like that dot was not... Alright, what are we doing next? Of course, on New Game Plus, so he can use it earlier. Oh, well, yeah, that's true. You have to do New Game Plus to have access to it. That's true. I didn't even think about that, Schiller. Yeah, you don't pick up the bow as Ellie into like the TV station or something. Explosive arrows are fine, but no unlimited ammo. Right? Yeah, because on The Last of Us 2, you can just flip on unlimited ammo and do whatever you want.
Liam, got the shirt.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt those. There was a note. Orders from the Baron? Gentlemen, don't shoot the messenger, but something's come up. Sarge wants to give the big boss a present and has asked us to find some fancy clothes. I know how it fucking sounds, but it is what it is. Check the store in town, maybe there's something left there. Just make sure those fuckers don't leap out of some damn hole and devour you. Get cracking. Cheers, Mike. What?
You did? Oh, right. Awesome. Jamie's gonna love it.
Where's the other gift?
Mountain Resort.
And what am I looking for?
You'll see. But I bet you'll get a kick out of it.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Okay. Did you think I go to the mountains for fun? Fun? DA, thank you for the lurk, ma'am. I appreciate it. Ah, so that'll be an interesting challenge for Arctic. Hopefully it won't be too easy. The mountain range, yeah. I love walking. I love running all the way across the map. That's my favorite thing about this game. In that case, we're gonna hop over to this side quest because it's closer. Last wish: retrieve Iris's music box, investigate the house, find Iris's husband's grave in the backyard. I have a feeling he's not going to be buried. If I had to make a guess based on the game. Not because I've seen it before in a Dying Light game, but because I read it before in a book I read when I was a kid.
Man, I'm so stoked about that t-shirt.
So the old man was a musician?
Yeah, he played locally. And he even put out an album.
Oh, cool. Everything all right, Liam?
Sorry. It's been so many years. Just give me a moment, okay?
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's a radio, so, you can just turn you can just take your finger off the talk button. You don't have to tell me that you need a moment. You just take it. That's how radios work. But it's, I get it, it's all sentimental stuff. Yada, 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 yada. You know. Sorry. So this is the dying lady that's on her deathbed, and they know that she's dying, and she's incredibly old. But she wants to do, I guess, her husband's dying wish here. I have a feeling that his dying wish is going to be not undead. Well, sorry, not gonna type in chat. I need a moment, yeah. Exactly. Precisely. You understood the assignment. Like in the time it took me to read that, you could have just taken a moment. Wheezy? No. Oh, well, what little that mattered. Come on, I gotta save all my energy for this running fuck. Or two. Oh, shit. Alright, we're good. I keep rereading and then laughing all over again. It just reminded me of a meme or something. Reminded me of like a meme I saw on Facebook that said, don't come around me sighing and huffing and puffing, because no, I'm not going to ask you what's wrong. Like that guy, like, all he had to do was just take his finger off the talk button. Sigh. Why did he have to sigh into the radio? Like you're baiting me to ask you what's wrong. Stop it. Cordyceps. That's rare to find. You know, in the first game, you found bees and trees and resin. You found that shit everywhere. Everywhere for no damn reason. Like there'd be a bee hive on the side of a house. Everywhere. In this game, like, I look for him in the woods and I can't find him anywhere. Man, 13 years really did us a disservice when it comes to bioavailability. I didn't actually expect it to work. You kind of get into like a bit of a rhythm with the lockpicking. You kind of assume that if you haven't found something by like the second check that it's on the other side. Then sometimes it surprises you. Oh, upstairs and downstairs. Oh, I found a key. Something I didn't even know I needed a key for. Oh, fuck, I did the... I'm gonna save that for last, because I don't want to progress the main story. It's not the main story, it's a side quest, but you know what I mean. Note to Iris. Iris, flowers and tickets are waiting for you in the kitchen. I, on the other hand, shall be waiting in our cafe. Grab the tickets, along with a small bag. Don't forget to pack your smile. And come to me, my sunshine. I'd like to take you on a little journey through all the moments we shared and remind us both of what we have given each other. Henry. Oh, let me guess, that's where I'm going to be going next.
Now, where's this music box?
No, don't mind me, Iris. I'm just taking all of your earthly possessions before you die. It's fine. Investigate. Oh.
Amelia, I'm here at the house. I found the cabinet, but there's only a safe here. I need the code.
Let me ask her. Iris, honey? What's the code for the safe? Kyle? She's not making much sense. But she mentioned a notebook with codes that's at her husband's market. I guess that'd be the one in town? But I'm not entirely sure. Maybe you could look for the notebook in the office he kept there.
Got it. Will do. Thanks.
Thank you for doing this, Kaya.
I see you miss all the underwater algae plants that you could get in Dying Light 1 to craft for weapon mods and those amazing natural bandages. Yeah, I like that you could eventually start making the natural med kit with the red herbs, because those damn things were everywhere. And trying to find alcohol and gauze was sometimes a pain, especially depending on your difficulty, you know, and what you're doing in the game's story. So there's something in here. Oh, is that story? Oh, it's a recipe. Iris's Insane liquor? I used to get this fluorescent. Well, to be honest, the rare ingredients were usually used to make stuff that I didn't use. So I would wait until they went on sale with the vendors. You know how the vendors would have flash sales on certain types of crafting materials. Usually the rare ones, like the mushrooms that are the algae underwater, or the nighttime, like Midnight Bride. Not the wolfsbane. Although I do think the wolfsbane becomes some other. I think it becomes some other ingredient, but it's something you can like only get at night or something like that. But I used to always sell those whenever I needed money, because what I would do is I would just spend my money on better and better weapons rather than trying to. I feel like, of course, I really feel like the only thing I really had to buy or to re-up was ammo. So every time I'd go to a vendor, I'd just restock all my ammo. Although in those games, killing human enemies pretty much guaranteed that you'd have a full clip if you looted all the bodies. You could just walk by a dead body and pick up the ammo. You didn't have to actually loot the dead body. Let's see. Recipe, Iris's liqueur. Okay, I think you were the one who asked me recently for my quince liqueur recipe, which Dad used to love. I'm leaving it here for you to enjoy because my memory is always a bit iffy. Sometimes I forget what I wanted to write. I'm in the hospital, but it's probably only for a short while. The doctors are saying something about my head, but I don't feel bad at all. Just sometimes forget where I put my glasses. Anyway, back to the point, and I'll ramble on again. Shopping list: about 2.2 pounds of quince, the yellow ripe kind, the kind I always picked up at the market. Half a liter of strong alcohol, 95% I reckon. Jesus. 300 grams of sugar, or a little more, because that husband of yours seems to prefer it sweeter. A cinnamon stick, a few cloves, or maybe 5, and 2 tablespoons of honey, but only the kind from that beekeeper Dad always brought from. I forgot his name, but it should be in the grocery store papers. And that's the recipe. I'm gonna read the end of the letter. Then just strain it through the cheesecloth until it's clear. That's how I always did it. Pour into bottles and label them so you know what it's in. In case I forgot something, ask Amelia. She might remember it better. Amelia's the girl that we have on the radio. Or look through my old notes in the kitchen. I think you'll find something there too. Love, lots of love, Mom. So why was that? I guess it's not a legendary item. It's just a collectible. But it's a collectible that you would only get in this side quest if you did this side quest. So, like most games, you have to 100% the game in order to. 100% the game in order to get it. Pick up everything. Epic. Love to have all the collectibles. Yeah, me too. Now, when it comes to like those early Assassin's Creed games, like the feathers and shit, I'm like, 100? Really? I didn't even get all the collectibles in Dying Light 2. Like, there's still achievements. Well, to be honest, okay. I can't say that. I did try to get all the collectibles in Dying Light 2, but half of them were, well, not half of them. I say that because I exaggerate. A lot of them were bugged. Expert pages. Like, no, I remember now. There were like 3 different major categories of collectibles, and I was missing one from every category because it was bugged. And I was so fucking mad about that. I just activated my own PTSD. Sons of bitches. I just reminded that you guys are dicks. Oh my. Hello. Out of collectibles in The Last of Us 2 was a lot. Yeah, I use a guide for that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, when I do a first playthrough, I don't look that stuff up, but on subsequent playthroughs, I usually use a guide afterwards. Now with Dying Light 2, I used a guide and just shit was bugged. Or pages. Or game fucking bugged collectibles. Yeah, so there was an achievement for getting all of the collectibles in each individual category, and there was one collectible bugged for every category, so I couldn't even get like 2 out of 3 of the achievements for all of my work. Hey, Not Fry, welcome in. I am having a good one today. I'm playing this game and it's been very fun. Looking forward to seeing where it goes. I will say I haven't really gotten bored of the gameplay loop yet. I mean, I'm always a little frustrated when I die, when I'm just like looting things, when I'm not even trying to do the main story, and I make silly mistakes because I'm in a hurry. But you know, that's something simple enough I can account for. This guy. Yeah, we're liking this game quite a bit. Okay, so I need grave in the backyard, and then there's a market. Oh god, dude. This is why the side quests take forever. You can't just go somewhere and do a side quest. You gotta go there and then figure out you actually have to go somewhere else and then all the way back again. So she said something about a grave? The backyard. A grave? There's a backyard? You know what? Maybe I will. Yeah, I think I will. It's kind of a clear the area card. And this ability, or this beast ability, this beast ability is now somewhat frequent. So I used to kind of save it for like really high stakes fights and stuff, but now it's something I can pretty reliably beat. So I'm just like, am I in a good area to use the beast mode? Sure. Let's murder everybody. Let's go. Blood for the blood god. Anyway, there's supposed to be a grave somewhere? Scrap. Oh, there must have been chickens in here. How are you going? How are you doing today? Grave? Let's see the grave. Look, guys, you have a literal... Oh, this was right here the whole time? Wait, how did I know that code? What is detecting me here? Who is that? Is that like a human? Is that a Wheezy? Whoa, okay, hold on. I'm not at the apartment. I'm at the... Am I at the shop? This is the apartment. I said that there was a grave somewhere. Oh, the graveyard, not the backyard. Oh my god, I'm fucking retarded. I don't know where the graveyard is. That's what I was looking for. I gotta look around. Something to give me a vantage point here. It's a graveyard. Am I even in that area? What's going on here? Find Iris's husband's grave in the backyard. Okay, it is a backyard. Is it? There's a grave. This isn't a grave. This is plants. Looking for. If I saw it, would I recognize it? It says I'm in the objective area. This doesn't seem like deep enough ground to bury anybody. I'm in the objective. I'm a little busy. Excuse me. Feeling tired today? Oh my goodness, I was tired for the last 2 days. I was literally falling asleep in my chair at like 7:30 last night. I mean, I'm an early bird, so I mean, going to bed early is nothing new for me, but... I have no idea what's going on. I don't get it. Trying to use the little ping thing to try to figure out where I'm supposed to look. I can't even... What did it look like? Oh, hold on. Oh, it's on a tree. Hey, enemies nearby. God, I'm a little busy. I'm busy. Correct. Come on. Come on, I can't do my objective while you're up my butt. Squish! I feel a lot better than I did yesterday, though. In loving memory of Henry, lay the flower on the grave. Should have waited for the FPS to stabilize. Sorry.
Henry, you were a lucky man to have Iris. Now to
How
get
do we
that
know?
music box for Iris.
How do we know? She could have been a twat face. We don't know. You don't know people, Crane. Don't act like you know. Could have been putting up with her for the last 40 years. You don't know. Alright. And this is the other ingredient for the quest that we started out with this today. You can't eat me, I'm busy. Yeah. She had a loan. She could have been my ex-wife. I mean, like, you don't know. Considering how many games your ex-wife is in, I wouldn't be surprised. She seems like a lovely lady. She could have been waiting on him to die so she could collect life insurance. You don't know. Oh, this guy's just got zombies. This is an easy win. I have accidentally, like, rushed in and used one of my abilities on this survivor before. I went to go save the survivor and I ended up, like, actually hitting him. Now, he didn't die, but...
Oh, you my God.
I'm trying not to hit him. We're attracting every enemy around. Yeah, don't go anywhere. Oh, he gave me 5 epic throwables. Okay. Hey, that was an easy W. So I figured I'd take that. Over a decoy and some cigarettes. Good times. Hey! I earned that fair and square. Oh my god, I feel like the world conspires to make as much noise as possible while I'm streaming. Schiller. Nobody could be that hungry. Take a black hole. Your ex-wife would fill it out completely. That's awesome. Hey, Crocodile, thank you for the 22-month resub. Dude, I tried so hard to make your stream last night, but I was falling asleep at my chair at 7:30. I didn't even make the beginning of the stream like I normally do. I would normally raid Crocodile on Tuesdays. Man, I was so tired. Thank you for the resub. I know that you're getting ready to leave for work this weekend. Oh, okay. I see how it's gonna be. Okay, game. I see how it is. Mysterious underground loot. Yeah. Need to get in the habit of starting on time again. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I am a early bird, so I turn in early all the time. But, I mean, we all have, like, little habits. Oh, what time is it? I am going to pass time. I am not risking running out of daylight. Night is coming. Yeah, I don't this game at night. There's no point. Hope this game's been fun for you so far. I know you're really excited for this to come out. Yep. I'm usually excited for any Techland zombie game because they're pretty much guaranteed to be fun. And this one has definitely been fun. It was a little frustrating at first, but it was because I made an assumption about it based on Dying Light 2, and I was wrong. Ever been wrong? Happened to me. But yeah, after I learned to loot, which shouldn't be something someone like me needed to learn, but after I embraced it, things got a lot easier, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. We're probably at the 3/4 mark, so we'll be I want to see about maybe finishing it up on the 19th. I have a feeling, though, that progressing the main story is going to open up more side quests, so it's possible that even if we finish the main story, we might have side quests to finish up. But what I don't want to assume... What I don't want to do is assume that after you finish the game, everybody will be alive to get side quests from. Because, you know, you just never know. I'm just gonna wait until the next morning. Bubba getting in the window. We started a little bit early today, but I'm starting soon. Alright, I'm gonna go look for these now, then. Oosh. Oh. You day, who dis? Oh, this was, remember me, well, I think I was telling Necro about this. I don't think I told anybody on stream. I found this random shack out here, and I followed it to where, and I found like a random power receptacle, and I activated it, and it activated this bunker down here, and then there was a legendary rifle down there, which is really cool. I'm not going to do it again because I've already picked it up. Well, there might be some manual pages down there. Let it go. There's manual pages everywhere. Let it go. Yeah, I found a random legendary quality rifle down there. Okay, get to the abandoned house in the swamps forest. What are we doing here? What? Collect ingredients. Starchild asked me to take part in his mysterious experiment. Oh, that's right. There's virals here that I need their bladders. Crocodile, that's really cool. You wanted to do the first Dying Light at some point this month. Oh, this month? Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome, Crocodile. Hopefully you don't do it over my vacation. No, you won't be doing it over my vacation because you'll be gone just as long as I am. Today was my last day of work for a week, so I get the week off. Lone Star, you played the first game, really enjoyed it. Also a fan of Dead Island. Yeah, me too, yeah. Should you get Dying Light 2 or go straight to this one? I would say that, well, since this one is a direct sequel to Dying Light 1, it uses a lot of the same mechanics from 2, so I would say that the controls are gonna feel a little different from the first one, but if you don't have it in your recent or your muscle memory, like if you've only played it once, I don't think it'll be a big deal. One of the biggest adjustments going from Dying Light 1 to Dying Light 2 was adjusting to the parkour differences. So in the first game, you don't have any like supernatural type powers. I mean, you don't really have, well, I guess, I don't know, depending on how you look at it, you could consider these to be supernatural powers. But they're rooted in pseudoscience, I guess. So in the first one, you know, you have limitations that are expected of humans, right? In this game and Dying Light 2, you kind of have a bit of supernatural parkour abilities in a way. So while they added and expanded a lot on the parkour in Dying Light 2, the same thing that made the parkour in Dying Light 2 so flexible is also what made it so hard to master. The same thing that gives the parkour the ability for you to bounce off of everything in the fucking environment also means you'll bounce off of everything in the fucking environment when you're just trying to bounce off this one thing, right? So, but this is a direct sequel to the first one. You do not need to have played the second game at all to understand this one. And if you've played the first one, they even have, at the main menu, there's a previously on Dying Light if you need a recap. I didn't watch it because I have the whole game memorized in my head, but it's there for anybody who hasn't. I'd recommend this one for sure. I think if you played this one and then you played 2, it wouldn't do you a disservice. Crocotoad, yeah, it would take place during the weekdays. You've never played Dying Light 2 or this, so it'll be fun to visit those for the first time. You don't really remember Dying Light 1 because it's been so long. You do remember the Super Mario Easter egg, though. Super Mario Easter egg. There's a few Easter eggs in that game. There's a couple in Dying Light 2 as well, but they were mostly things Standard didn't know anyway. There were people telling me about references. Super Mario Easter egg. It's not in the forefront of my mind right now. I'm sure if I sat down and thought about it, I would probably remember it, but it's not coming to my mind. Lone Star, you haven't played Dying Light maybe 2 years or so. Yeah. Okay, I would say you probably wouldn't have to shoot here. Oh, you go down into a pipe, and it's like the Mario NES level with blocks. Oh, you know what? Who knows? I have probably done that and just never put 2 and 2 together. I've probably done that. I probably know about it and just it didn't even occur to me. I think there was an achievement for it. Oh, okay. Well, if there was an achievement for it, then I think I would know that. Because I've played the game on PS4 and PC. I remember if I got all the achievements again on PC, though. I think I... Huh, I don't remember. There might be... You know what they tend to do? They tend to name achievements... they tend to name achievements after what it is. I bet you there's an achievement that's called that, and I probably just never put the two things together. Abandoned house. House Benedetto?
That house Starchild told me about.
Oh, I found this house in the wild and wondered what the hell it was. What am I collecting? Creepy noises? This reminds me of Thief. I do feel like this game kind of brought a little more of the horror back. Like, not the mindless zombie smashing, you know, that's in every zombie game, right? Like, this game actually has a little bit of horror ambiance to it. I don't really feel like... Dying Light 2 was just scary because you just felt like you were helpless. This game actually tries, like, with atmosphere. Noises. forget what ingredients we're trying to pick up. Just went all around this house. Am I trying to find a way inside of it? Outside of it? What am I looking for? That's not, nope, not what I meant to do. I have no idea what just happened. It's kind of an entrance, but kind of not. Oh. Where'd you guys come from? Am I looking for a super secret entrance? Oh, how about the giant hole in the roof? Okay, yeah, that'll work. These look like the chests in Dying Light 2.
You ruined everything. Ruined everything.
Oh yeah, that's part of the hilarity of this particular mission. Okay. Got a bunch of names on it. Some of these are Polish names. This is a Polish company that makes this game. This message from Jenna. I miss you. You gave me everything and took the sunshine with you. Message from Benjamin. I think of you every day. Message from Sven. I couldn't go down with you. I'll never forgive myself for that. Is that the Sven that we know? It's gotta be. Yeah, I wonder if these are all NPCs from the hideout. Message from Peter. The world goes on as if nothing happened. As if lives weren't lost here. It just isn't fair. Here. Message from Martha. Son, I can't live without you. Just taking their chamomile like a little bit. Oh, no. Message from Lydia. You left us as you all intended, humanely. Yeah, that's another NPC from the hideout. It's not called the hideout, they call it something else. Message from Rick. We avenge you all. So these are all infected enemies that we need bladders from, I think. I think these guys volunteered to go full infected for the science that guy was trying to do. Starchild, that's the quest giver for this mission. There's like 4. Alright. I'm gonna get my punchers out. Scribbled message. Hope is lost. We'll all perish. Our humanity was taken from us. We were turned into monsters. We came down here to die on our own terms. We were human once, so remember us. Oh, wow. Evelyn, Thea, Archie, Hannah, Rosa. Super secrets. Hi guys, how we doing?
What is this?
Hi. Get wrecked. Alright. I'm taking your bladders, I hope you don't mind. Infected gallbladder. Epic key item.
Starchild, I got the gallbladder. About what was in there, I had to kill them.
You gave him peace. I think them every day. It was a nightmare. We had no choice. We're all victims of that monster.
He's talking about the villain game.
Okay, I have everything. What now?
Head over to the national park. There's this narrow gap between two walls of rock. Go through it. We'll be safe there.
Safe?
Yeah, I use the spot to grow stuff I can't grow in the cave. I know it well. I'll be waiting for you.
Oh no. Hope there's no volatiles in there. Schiller, I'm off to bed for the night, almost 2 a.m., and it's a work day tomorrow. Have a good rest of your stream, and I'll catch you next time. Alright, Schiller. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Good luck on getting the rest of the achievements from Madison, by the way. Shout out. Schillerlock is a streamer. I was like, oh my god, I didn't just accidentally type that in somebody else's chat, did I? Because it took a minute for it to show up. Okay. Yeah. Likes to do achievement runs, loves Assassin's Creed, horror games, all kinds of stuff. No worries for the shout out. Have a good night, Schiller. I will be live tomorrow. I know it'll be a work day for you, but I'll be live in the morning, like the normal time that I would do a weekend stream. I'll be live tomorrow, so maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be my last stream until Tuesday next week. So hopefully I'll see you then. If not, I'm sure I'll see you around Twitch between now and then. Well, between now and tomorrow night, because we leave for Philadelphia on Friday morning. Good times. Have a good night. Sleep well. Alright, let's read all these notes. Scribbled message. This is the end. Evelyn Stewart was the first to turn. She began to breathe heavily, then she developed a high fever, and then, we all know what comes then. We live in fear. Crippling fear. This guy. Only 5 of us left. We keep dreaming the same thing. Rick's voice. How is that possible? God, what's happening to me? We have nothing left, not even the sky. We have no future. We don't talk much. We remain silent. Is there to talk about anyway? We came down here without screams, with our eyes lowered, with the belief that we were doing what had to be done. We sit in darkness, listening to our own breaths. Who will turn first? Who will we kill first? We fled from a nightmare, only to end up in this hell. Do they still think of us up there? I don't know why I'm even writing this, but I have to. May at least these words remain after me, reminders of the fall. Hey, Zero, welcome in. Oh, I missed the stream. Oh, no. Yeah, we'll be live for maybe about 20 more minutes, I would think. I'm trying to wrap up these side quests. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. Although I don't have a, I don't have to be in bed by a certain time, because I don't have to work tomorrow. But I am, you know, getting hungry. How are you doing? We've just been doing side quests today. Howdy, howdy. See, people are afraid to sleep. None of us know who will turn next, who will drag outside next. We've lost all track of time. We don't know if it's day or night. We've started hearing strange sounds. Then again, why should that even be a surprise? Who wouldn't go mad coming down here to meet their own death? I like that they added these little notes. That was a nice touch. It wasn't just like, go here, grab the things, mission complete. There's actually some depth to it. I like it. And then the note on the wall. It's beautiful. The warmth will embrace me. A flash of light will shield us. All of us. Us. Not me. Us. Light. So much light. I'm guessing that's their visual representation of said light. Okay, we put them all to rest, but it's supposedly going to be for a good cause. I'm interested to see, because I'm assuming that there will be a, a special, recipe brewed up for us here. I get here? Oh, little hole in the wall. Ah, let's see what they did there. Oh. I did, yeah. We've been trying to clean up side quests, and as I kind of predicted, we've been working towards the, like, I have a list of side quests. I have 5 side quests to do, and they've all been kind of spread out everywhere. Oh, I just noticed that all of these are over here. All of these quest items. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I didn't even know that was there. Okay. Yeah, it's been fun. So I've been doing a lot of work towards side quests, but I haven't completed any today, which is okay because I've got a lot of extra time and not mainstream time coming up. So this is actually working to our advantage. I have to leave the house in order to get the next. Get to Starchild's oasis in the national park. What's that? Oh, that's over by the mountain range too. All of our side quests started on this side of the map, and now they're all taking us to the other side of the map. But I'm not gonna have time to do them all. I don't have anything new for the workbench. I mean, I have some expert pages, but I don't have anything I have. Well, this has got the save zone. I've got 3 of them around this one. Let's make the journey here, and then we'll go from there. There's a lot of stuff in that one little area. Crocotoad, I'm guessing there's a lot to do in this one, like sandbox overload. Actually, not really, Crocotoad. I would say that this game probably has the least amount of things in either of the first 2 games. When I say the first 2 games, I mean Dying Light 1 and 2. There's less to do, but the things that you need to do kind of take longer to do, which I am not complaining about. I don't mind that at all, actually. So we've been playing for. This is really I mean, there's only been like 2 days, 2 dedicated stream days or so that I've been like, we're doing side quests today. It's a little bit of everything. You sucker for a good sandbox game, so I don't mind, but that's good to know. I would say that there's, well, so for example, we are about 3/4 through the story, and I've already unlocked all of the major icons on the map, like all the safe zones and all the side activities. Now I'm actually doing side quests that actually have content and story, but I've done a lot of that offline, so it's got a little bit of everything. It's not overwhelming like I feel like Dying Light 2 is. There's less side quests, but they're more meaningful. Yeah, I definitely find them to be more meaningful. And what I mentioned about the horror aspect of the game, it really comes through in the side quests. I wouldn't necessarily say that the main quest invokes any of that so far, but the side quests have been more than just fetch quests, which I appreciate. Hi. Sewer. Yeah, I like this game's formula. It's Dying Light 2 is almost too big. Dying Light 1 is still my favorite, but this one is taking second place pretty rapidly. I would recommend both Dying Light 1 and this game over Dying Light 2 at this point. Both of them are great for mindless zombie hack and slash, fun with friends, that kind of stuff. You can't go wrong with that. There's nothing I can complain about, but if you're looking for something that makes the game actually interesting or like stand out, I would say Dying Light 2 is probably the weakest. Although that game did introduce like player choice having something to do with endings, and it's got multiple endings, and it's got multiple variations of those endings, different variables that can go differently based on your choices. I'm not a big fan of player choice. I'd rather be told a story. I'd rather it not be up to me how it turned out. But that's just me. I like that the option is there for people who do like that stuff. Oh, hey, there's a trash panda zombie over here. He's my favorite. He's got extra loot on him. I love that little detail. They cleaned it up a little bit, made the important stuff longer. Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it, yeah. In so many words. You know, I tend to be wordy, but I think it was because I was trying to figure out what I was trying to say, but yeah, you summed it up pretty perfectly, I would say. Absolutely. I'm hoping, so far there hasn't been any player choice in this one. I'm hoping that they don't. But what's really annoying sometimes is like playing a game and at the end you have a decision and the only way, and there's two endings, one decision or the other. And then like the only way to get both endings or both achievements is to play the whole game over again just to get an achievement for choosing the opposite thing. Like, that's really annoying. I would say Dying Light 2 is more nuanced than that. But I'm not a big fan of player choice as in terms of deciding what happens to the characters or anything. I haven't been to this safe zone eons. I feel like I haven't been on this side of the map in forever. I feel like they made everything in this game count. It's fair. And I haven't even reached the end yet, so it could still go either way though. Never know. I will say that this game took a turn that I wasn't expecting, but I won't share because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played it. It took a weird turn and I still haven't decided how I feel about it yet. I'll probably reserve what I think and feel about it until I finish the game. We'll see. Yeah, usually when games do that, you try to choose the one choice, get the achievement, then quickly reload the save and choose the other one. Yeah, well, unless there's in like a game like this, there's no manual save, so unfortunately, the only way to do it is to like, you might be able to load an autosave if it keeps a list of those. Most modern games do, if for no other reason to save your ass if the game crashes or something. I never know. Bokuto, the remothered game you did the other night, had something like that. Yeah, I don't mind like choosing a different ending. One game that I say that I really liked and I really enjoyed, that was surprising because it was kind of a walking simulator in a game, but you were also trying to like solve a mystery, and I really love those kinds of games. I like solving, detective type solving mysteries and stuff. But the whole game was like this guy trying to figure out something. And it was called The Beast Within, I think. It was actually pretty good, but it did that thing that I talked about where, like, the last, like... There's, like, 3 decisions that you make at the end of the game, and they're all, like, right at the end of the game, and you can't reload a save. You have to replay the whole game to make those 3 different choices or combinations of those choices, and I'm like, look, I love this game, but I don't know if I'd play it 3 times to make 3 different choices at one part of the game. It drove me nuts, and I as much as I love the game, that's what I hated about it. But it is a horror game that I recommend people play. The Beast Inside. Did I say The Beast Within? I can't remember which one it is. Let me check Steam, because there might be a game called both of those, but I would have it on Steam. Bee and the Bees? The Beast Inside, yeah. I played it once in November 2022. It looks like I finished it right at the end of Horror Month, and it took, what, less than 17 hours, and it was a linear game. Honestly, I was a trash panda. I probably could have finished it in 12 hours or less, but yeah. The Beast Inside, this was a really fun one. I liked it. For a game that's kind of like a walking simulator type thing, I thought it was really interesting. Yeah, I would recommend that one. Oh. It was actually gifted to me. It's an expert. BB, I'm almost done streaming. Created all of these that I want. I haven't really had any issues with items I might want to upgrade. Leading mine. I was on the fence about that one. I don't think I've made... No, I haven't made any of them yet. I haven't used any of these boosters at all. I think I used one of them one time, and then I was like, I forgot I even used it, so I didn't even use it to its full capacity. Bleeding knife, I'm here for it. I think there's an achievement for upgrading all blueprints to legendary, but what I wish was that there was an achievement for just finding all of the blueprints so that I would know when I could stop looking for them. Alright, if I'm doing a throwing knife and I've got other types of knives, I don't think I'm gonna invest in that. I've got a type of mine that does what I need it to do. I haven't even tried out the grenade launcher yet. Probably mold that a little bit more. I never used the bows. I never did. I never used the bows because finding feathers or enough feathers to have enough to make arrows was really hard to do, and then I just learned to live without it because it was so rare, and then I ended up just not even using it because it was so rare. It was so rare, I'm like, I don't ever want to use this. The only thing that I'm on the fence about is the thing that freezes enemies. Like, what's the difference between these two? Oh, one of the... Okay, double it up. Yeah, I'll try to decide what I want to do. I want to leave my options open, so... You love the grenade launcher. I haven't even tried it yet. Lone Star, you had that one, but haven't played it yet. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Beast Insight for a walking simulator type game. I also have the Amnesia games that I want to get to. I'm worried that I'll be bored to death playing them, and frustrated by something I can't see chasing me or stalking me or whatever. I don't tend to like those kind of games. Like, I really didn't like Alien Isolation, even though everybody loves it. I didn't like Outlast, even though everybody loved it. Like, I didn't finish either of those games. They're just not my kind of game. I don't like feeling powerless. But I do like to solve mysteries, and I like the way that stories unfold. So if a game's like, mechanics and gameplay aren't terrible, I can tough it out if it's got a good story. But if it's boring me to death and it's frustrating me, I can almost guarantee you I won't finish it. Alright guys, well, it's a little after 8, I'm starting to get hungry. We started a lot earlier than usual today, but I think this is where I'm gonna call it tonight. I am hungry. But fare thee well. The next stream that you see from me is actually going to be tomorrow, and not at my usual evening time slot. So this is my usual time slot, but everything on this screen is wrong. So don't listen to that. We're just going to go to the chatting screen at the end. Everything on that screen is wrong. We're going to be, so tomorrow is going to be my last stream until Tuesday next week. I officially start my vacation from work. I get a week off as of today, paid even. We leave on Friday morning for Philadelphia, so tomorrow is my last day at home before we leave. I'll be doing a stream. I'm going to aim to be live by probably 9 a.m. I want to watch Rod's stream in the morning, though, before I do that. So, but it's going to be shorter than usual. I need some time in the afternoon to make sure I run errands that need to be done during business hours, and stuff like that. So I'm going to probably end the stream around 2 or 3, or it is possible that we could just get caught up on all these side quests, and if we finish the side quests, I'm probably not gonna continue the main story until the next big stream, which would be the 19th. It'll be a while, and we'll just do side content, or if we need to, we'll just do exploration, and we'll just talk about the game and be a little trash panda together. Who knows? But tomorrow I'm aiming. I want to get as much done with these side quests as possible. That's the goal. So I'll be live. I'll try to be live by 9 a.m. Eastern. If you need a frame of reference, it's 8 p.m. Eastern right now. So I will be live in about 13 hours is what I'm planning to do. And I'll do about a 5-hour stream until about 2 p.m. Eastern. Maybe 3. If I feel like if I finish early, then great. If it takes me a little past 2, then I'll do what I can to try to finish the side quests or make as much progress as possible. I think we'll be able to do it. Yeah. And then there won't be a weekend stream. Yeah. Yeah, non-moms. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Probably just some instant ramen would be my guess. That's what I usually eat for dinner. Whenever on weekdays anyway. Necro, thank you for getting the raid emotes. I'm gonna go ahead and tab out of the game here so I can copy this myself, and then I'm gonna find somebody to raid. I'm gonna go raid the refrigerator and cabinets. It ain't easy being wheezy. You know what I should do? I should make that a channel point redemption like everything else that I say. I did make a channel point redemption that says, what? Why can't I climb that? Because I ran into that a lot when I played this. I was trying to figure out what the hell I could climb with all the parkour. I couldn't see the forest for the trees. I might make that a channel point redemption. We've said it enough times today, and I'm like, you know what? Every time I go into a building and there's a Wheezy, you guys can spam the channel point redemption. There you go. That's a great idea. Yeah. I'm glad I thought of it. No. Thanks for putting the idea in my head anyway. Lone Star, you played Alien Isolation for 5 hours one Halloween. You can return to it. Had me on edge way too much. Yeah, I didn't like feeling like I was losing progress all the time. Yay, vacation! Lone Star, you hate all the sneaking. Just want to Rambo it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't mind like small sneaking sections, but to just feel stressed out all the time, I mean, that's great because that's a horror experience. I imagine if that would happen to me in real life, that's exactly how I would be. In fact, I would be so terrified, I would probably die from starvation and dehydration because I'd just be too afraid to do anything. So I commend Ripley. I don't think I could do that if I was actually in that situation. Of course, I probably couldn't mindlessly maim zombies either. I'd probably be the first one to die in an apocalypse, if we're being honest. But yeah, I just don't care for that style of game usually. Unless I'm good at it, you know, but I don't normally allow myself to fail too long to allow myself to get good at it. I'm either, like, if I'm not at least mediocre at it at first, I don't really stick. Zero, day after your birthday. Which day is the day after your birthday? The 19th? Because that's going to be my next big stream after tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a big stream, but I consider 5 hours to be kind of short considering my weekends. Crocotoad, glad I could catch the stream. Thanks for the info about the game. Yeah, of course, Crocotoad. Yeah, yeah, as a recap, I definitely, I still think Dying Light 1 is the best. It's still got the better story. I haven't seen the end of this one yet, so I can't really say anything bad about the story. I think it's going in a weird direction, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. But the story from the first game will always... I don't think this game's story is gonna win out. I don't think so, but we'll see. But it's still been fun, and I've been enjoying this more than Dying Light 2 so far. 18th? Nice. Well, I will see you on the 19th, and I will wish you a belated birthday, and I will wish you a birthday ahead of time, and if I also see you tomorrow. Well, I'll probably see you tomorrow, Tuesday, and Thursday next week. Well, at least that seems to be the case. We hope that we see you. We love Wheezy here. We talk about Wheezy here. Alright, guys, let's go find somebody to read. Tabs muted. Follow lists. Ducks is playing Water Park Simulator? I saw somebody else play. Bub? Oh, what do you mean now? How did the camera do today? Did the autofocus do okay? I didn't even look. Didn't even watch it. I hope that it didn't, because when I was trying to mess with the focus, it was like every 5 seconds it would like try to refocus, and it was annoying the piss out of me. Oh, he's playing Spy versus Spy. I'm gonna raid over to Arcus. He's actually probably gonna be ending here pretty soon, but he's playing a game that I really like the music, and I'm very easy to please as a streamer. So that's where I'm gonna be. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for more Dying Light the Beast side quests. I can't wait to catch next stream. Enjoy vacay? Yeah, I will. I'll be glad to get away for a weekend. Didn't notice anything with the camera. Cool, nice, nice. Well, last time I feel like I turned the autofocus off, and then when I watched the VOD back, it looked like it was sort of ever so slightly focusing on the background more than me. But then I kept having issues with it, like trying to focus all the time. Looks like I got the perfect lighting. I think keeping that curtain as closed as possible is a big there. Bubba has the zoomies. He wants something. He's definitely meowing at me. Biba just wanted my lap, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he wanted something. Alright, guys. I'm gonna say hi to Arcus. He's the one who got 7th place in the Big 20 that I talked about in my Discord. I moderate here, but I loosely say that. But he's my longest standing Twitch sub. One of the earliest people that I subbed to on Twitch back in like 2017. So I will see you guys over there, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for more Dying Light. Bye!